Good evening. I'm Harry Keeling. On behalf of the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation and Alaska Public Media, welcome to Hangar Flying. This evening, we say goodbye to our good friend and regional administrator for the FAA, Bob Lewis. Today, Bob retired from the FAA after 49 years of faithful service, in fact, 47 of them with the FAA. On behalf of everyone in Alaska, particularly those in aviation, Bob, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Harry. It's been a very fast 47 years, I'll say that. But it's really been exciting to be a part of aviation here in Alaska during that time.
Well, I can remember, you and I have been friends for over 20 years.
Yep.
And I treasure that. And I remember interviewing you maybe 4 years ago after you'd been in the job a year. And I want to read a quote that I said then. There have been some outstanding regional administrators, but I don't think there's ever been one who's had more experience in Alaska and Alaska aviation. And I might add, none with more dedication to aviation safety. Bob, it's a real pleasure to have you on the program and to be able to congratulate you on your achievements.
Well, thank you, Harry. I certainly appreciate that. It's been a wonderful 47 years, and I can tell you that I have learned a lot during that period of time.
So you've been here in Alaska since 65?
1965, January, I arrived, yeah.
And with the FAA since 66?
Yes. Spent 2 years in the Army here. When I got out of the Army, I went to work for the FAA.
Okay. When you look back, what are your greatest memories?
Well, you know, we've really seen a lot of changes as far as technology is concerned in the aviation community in general. But over the years, you know, aviation safety has always been first and foremost as far as the FAA is concerned, and certainly the aviation industry as a whole. But over the years, I think we've seen a little bit keener focus on aviation safety, a recognition that Alaska has a lot of challenges in flying that you might not find in other areas of the country. And I think the thing that has given me some satisfaction has been the fact that we have been able to incorporate certain types of technology that have helped to bring down the number of accidents that we experience every year. Back in the 90s, we were looking at an accident every other day. I mean, that's 180 accidents a year. That's way too many. This last year, we had the fiscal year ending September 30th, we had 92 accidents. You know, so that's a significant reduction. Unfortunately, we had 33 fatalities during that period of time, which is certainly tragic. But as the numbers of accidents come down, we're hopeful that the number of fatalities are going to continue to come down as well, and we just have to see that happen. But you know, things like the Capstone program, seeing the transition from ground-based navigation to satellite-based navigation adds a greater deal of accuracy to the aviation system. Being able to get better weather information, I think that's an area that we've got to continue to work at, because weather does have a significant impact and is quite frequently cited as a contributing factor, at least to many of the accidents that do occur here in the state. So that's an area that we have to work at. Weather cameras, you know, I'm very proud of the work that's been done in that area, and in fact, everywhere I've been, it seems like the topic of weather cameras will come up, and to the person, you know, they say weather cameras is the best thing the FAA has ever done in Alaska. And you know, there's just a lot of people that use those weather cameras, and I think it's probably saved a lot of accidents, or even some lives probably. So
those kinds of things. Your biggest challenges over the years?
The biggest challenges, I think, and certainly there's been a lot of challenges, but we've gone through any number of organizational changes, and the one thing I would say is that we have some wonderful people, both within the FAA and within the aviation industry, that work together well. And even though we've had organizational changes that have created some upheaval, within the organization, those people work together well and have overcome whatever obstacles the organizational changes may have brought about. But the challenge of having sufficient resources to do the work that needs to be done, to install additional nav aids, additional weather systems, that type of thing, we just have not been successful in getting the amount of money that we really need to enhance the system that we have today. And I think that's an area that we have to continue to work at. I know our congressional delegation has done a lot to help us in that area, and we're going to continue to need their help in the years ahead.
Bob, I'm going to stop you there, but I'm going to ask you to come back. Well, you're already retired, but come back Monday, and I think you might give you an opportunity to say what you'd like to say to your colleagues in the FAA and to the aviation community in Alaska. So until Monday, you okay with Monday?
Absolutely.
You're not going to be in Hawaii or anything, are you?
No, I'll be here.
Okay, we'll get you back on the show and wrap up the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed tonight's program. Please join us again on Monday when we'll again thank Bob Lewis for his many, many years of service.